Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the first video for the Defense Politics Asia in real life, or IRL. And this is the first video. So DPA IRL basically covers things that are less official, like my personal opinions, or opinions of our fellow viewers, you guys, people in the community, our DPA Army officers, the patrons of the Patreon, DPA patrons, open mic series, podcast. So basically, all these are very casual stuff and things that are more real, more casual. And also, if I ever go to any military trade shows or security shows or military shows or whatever, footages or even live casting from all these locations or events will be also be on this channel. So the main channel is more for news, so this channel is actually everything else that is more casual in basis, and also as well, again, I repeat again, my personal opinion is not news, so just opinion. So the thing I want to talk about in this video is actually about this pro-Russian community, or people's excitement regarding the intention to strike on Crimea. So the Ukrainian military, whoever this representative is, say that Crimea is a weapons hub or launch pad for the Black Sea Fleet, and therefore they need to hit Russian positions in Crimea in order to safeguard their own safety. This is a extremely bad idea. So if you go to Twitter and search Crimea HIMARS, you can see a lot of people are hyping about this. These are the top tweets. You can see that they are all excited about using the HIMARS multiple launch rocket system to hit on the Crimean Peninsula, the Russian positions here, maybe the Sevastopol, or maybe the bridge over here that links Russian territory to Crimea. And so I just want to say that this is an extremely terrible idea. So the most concerning for the Russians is actually to hit this Crimean bridge here. I think it's here. So this Crimean bridge here, this is one of the the key targets or things that the Ukrainian leadership has spoken a lot of, that they want to hit, so that they can break this connection of Crimea from the Russian mainland. However, the thing about hitting Crimea is a huge problem, geopolitically, legally, and militarily, because Russia, as far as all this military operation has gone, they had not actually declared war on Ukraine. They did not. And then despite all this special military operation declared by the Russians, and the Ukrainians are going all out total war mode against the Russian invasion, do you know that the Ukrainians had not declared war on Russia yet? Yeah, Ukraine themselves also had not declared war on Russia. So this Russian-Ukraine war, or Russo-Ukraine war, is not even officially a war yet, in the legal term. Despite it is everyone agree that it's a war, and but there is no war declaration on either side. So that is the interesting thing about this entire situation, which also means that it is literally suicide for Ukraine to actually hit any parts of Crimea, because Crimea had officially been absorbed and annexed by the Russian Federation, by Russia, and this annexation has been permanent for the past 7-8 years. Is basically essentially part of Russia. It is impossible for the Russians to ignore a strike on Crimea, which they now take as their personal territory, their own territory. So despite the Ukrainians can say whatever they want about Crimea being still Ukrainian territory and one day they want to liberate it, the very fact is the Russians have already called Crimea, meaning they have already put Crimea as part of their own territory and as a core interest. They call it. So it's basically suicide for Ukraine to actually hit Crimea or even this bridge over here. Should they hit it, that will be an outright strike on Russian territory, undisputed strike, and that will be cause for war, and the Russian and Putin will be able to use this as an excuse to declare war on Ukraine, and they will be able to trigger a lot of mechanism within the Russian legal system and constitution that they had not been able to use. For example, mass mobilization. And should the Russians go into mass mobilization, the number of troops here would easily swell by 4 to 5 times, just like what Ukraine have done for their own military. They started off with around maybe 250,000 troops at max, covering the entire length of the border, and now they are probably, since let's say we don't count all the casualties and death, maybe they have already 1 million troops. So they will have their troops number will have already grow by 3 times more, so 4 times the size of what they had before the war. So imagine the Russians have 4 times the size of the military they have now. The Ukrainian defenses is going to crumble very quickly, and that will also allow Russian troops with mobilization to actually invade back again in Sumy and Chernihiv again. And this is only just the Russian side. A strike on Russian territory would also means that it will trigger the NATO version, the Russian NATO, which is the CIS, and the allied countries like Belarus, Armenia, I think not sure about Kazakhstan, some of it, Kyrgyzstan, all these countries that are part of this military alliance with Russia will be obliged to declare war on Ukraine as well, should Russia declare war on Ukraine in reaction to any strike on Crimea. So this is not a joke, a joking thing. It's not something that you can do like a Snake Island kind of raid and just do a PR. This will literally spell the end of Ukraine, because once war is declared, the war must be completed, and that kind of war will be a complete conquering of the entire of Ukraine. So it's not going to be a special military operation kind of thing. In fact, even for example, people like to talk about Afghanistan or Iraq or Vietnam or even the Korean War. I think only the Korean War is a full-fledged declared war. In fact, that's also not the declared war for China. China never declared war on South Korea or on the UN. Similarly, for the Vietnamese War, United States have never declared war on North Vietnam. North Vietnam neither have declared war on United States. The same thing goes for Afghanistan, for the second Iraq War, where the coalition forces led by USA overthrew Saddam Hussein. That was never a declared war. So when we talk about declared war, declaration of war is a totally different thing. Once Russia declares war on Ukraine, they will sweep through the entire of Ukraine. So, and that will also mean the entering of the war of Belarus. So the whatever Ukrainian can mobilize, I don't think it will be enough to hold back such an overwhelming force. So I don't think the Ukrainian military would dare to hit Crimea. I think that will only just make their situation worse. Tentatively, they are still holding the lines pretty well, despite they have lost Luhansk Oblast. this new line from Sievers to Bakhmut, a line that I have advocated for a long time, for at least 2-3 months, for the Ukrainians to hold. This line have been seemingly to be very strong. So there is no reasons for the Ukrainians to self-sabotage. So I think all this excitement about, you know, about striking Crimea, I think it's just a pointless hype. So anyway, this is just my opinion about all this pro-Ukrainian crowd, the community, or the people that are pro-Ukraine, their excitement about trying to hit Crimea. This is just my opinion. I don't think it's something feasible. And anyway, do subscribe to this new channel, the Defense Politics Asia IRL, the in real life, and more stuff will likely to be coming to this channel as well. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the DPA Analytics, the other channel. All this is just to help to organize the content a bit so that you can actually find what you want. So don't feel like, oh, I'm trying to, you know, expand my trying to, like, you know, gain more revenue or whatnot. It's not really the case. In fact, to do this, I actually reduce my revenue. So anyway, I do need your support. Do subscribe, and I will see you in the next update.